Hello, folks. Bradley J here. This is the Bradley JayCast, and we are live, Live, live. Thought I'd check in and chat. A little bit of a different time. And so here we are. I try to keep my eye on things, and some things have popped up that need addressing. Number one, you ready? I saw something gross. I need to know what you think about it. Not necessarily gross. I have a little blink here. Let me fix that. I learned how to fix it. I think. All right. I was at the market. I don't like to name names of stuff, markets or whatever. And I'm happily shopping like a good, wonderful, minding my own business. And I see a guy at the grape section eating the grapes. There are these champagne grapes. They come in a little plastic grape container. You all know the kind. And I see him picking inside the plastic container, picking them off and eating them. Not even being sneaky, like it was okay. Like there was some rule that says you're allowed to eat food for free as long as it's under the auspices of testing or something. Bob Levine, how you doing? TRP, get back on the radio. Dale says, Dale Reardon. Rear Dalton. Hi, Dale. I see you. I see your picture. Levine, Boston Bob, who's working again. Happy to be working. And Clara's there too. So, what do you think? Is it okay to go in the store and eat grapes or strawberries or whatever to try them out? I've known people who do this. Rich people too. I knew a girl who was rich and somehow thought it was okay to, this was in a store and not in New Hampshire and not in Massachusetts, to just eat a sample. And I yelled at her quietly. I said, what? I gave her that's not cool. I didn't want to have anything to do with her. How many times have I given those kids a stare when they steal food? Right, Marcia, I don't know if it's stealing, or is it just, I guess it's stealing. Regardless of how arrogant you are about it, I guess it's stealing. You took something that didn't belong to you. He stole it. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Marcia. Bob says he's glad to be busy again and have a purpose in life. Isn't that something in the United States? We're defined by what we do, not by our character, but by what we do. Character doesn't matter. It's what we do for a job. That's a United States thing. And it's sad. It's kind of sad. But that's the way it is. So yes, he's glad to be busy and have a porpoise again. It's a bummer. And I've been without a job before. And people say, well, what do you do? Now it's fine for me. I can say I'm retired. But before, what do you do? Well, nothing. I used to be a DJ. It's a bummer to have to explain to people you're between jobs. In other countries, I don't think you have to do that. You're known for your character. But back to the kid with the grapes. You're getting me off track. Did he pay for them? Negative. Negatory. Bob says Trader Joe's. Bob, what's your beef with Trader Joe's? I go there a lot. I like it. I mean, do you know why I like it? Customer service. It's all about customer service. The expensive markets have good customer service, but they're too expensive. Just insane. The regular markets, the kind we were always used to, the kind of big ones, they're like empty. There's no customer service. Big long lines. I can't. For example, I went into, they have a Coinstar in one of them. I went in there to use the Coinstar, but the customer service was closed. So I had to get in line to get my $5. I had to get a little coupon and wait in line for maybe 15 minutes, like forever, to get my Coinstar money. Let's see, what do we get going on here? Well, there's two things. Is it okay to sample or steal food in a market? Just eat it right there. Some people seem to think it's okay. Clara says, unfortunately, my mother would sample some grapes before buying them. It was embarrassing. Yeah. So if you don't want them, you've stolen them. Whatever sucker buys the next grapes is going to be buying grapes, A, touched by people, and B, there are going to be fewer grapes. And if they try two of them, they take one, they put it in their mouth, touch their mouth with their fingers, take another, they're touching the grapes. Bob says, I'm getting lost here. I'm going to have to go back to the thread. No, he didn't pay for them. Bob's glad to have a purpose. Marsha says, stop stealing grapes. Mom, okay, I was not in need of new tires, not retired yet. Oh, Bob, that is a stretch. If you were retired, that would mean you had just gotten new tires, and you certainly would not need new tires. You threw me for a loop on that one. Adam Parks, over Trader Joe's. I don't know what that means. Try to have your comments be self-contained and not based on what somebody prior said. I mean, if it's based on what somebody prior said, it's got to be a sentence that stands on its own and is understandable. There's Lois Kerrigan, not the Lois. Is that the Lois that I know? I guess so. Well, welcome, Lois. Mark says, I'm a market basket peep. No kidding. Everyone is a market basket peep. If you got a market basket, I live in a market basket desert. No market baskets. And if Market Basket can do it, by the way, why can't everybody? If Market Basket can have good food, cheap, and friendly people, and plenty of checkout people, why the heck can't everybody else? Answer, they could. But you don't complain, you still go there, so they cut back. The regular standard market, I can't stand it. I swore I would never go back. And it's going to really be difficult to get me to go back in there. I go to Trader Joe's because the booze prices are tremendous. The beer prices are tremendous. The produce is okay, not a ripoff. Other than that, there's a lot of salty stuff. They don't have a fresh fish department, etc. But I need to get back on track with this person eating the grapes. I would examine the fruit, but I wouldn't sample some. I even feel guilty squeezing. I squeeze a peach a little bit. I got to know what the ripeness factor is. And I feel bad about that. There was a time when I would call this person out, but you can't anymore because you'll get in trouble somehow. You will have stepped on some woke toes if you say anything to anybody about anything, including stealing food and slobbering all over the grapes. Trader Joe's is the best around, says Lois Kerrigan Carney. Lois. Good. You're in it. It's weird. You get in and out of Trader Joe's so quickly. I have never sampled any food, says Marie Keene. I haven't either. Speaking of sampling, it bums me out that the COVID was the end of sampling, right? No sampling for 2 years. That is a bummer. I love sampling. Love, 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 love. Sometimes it's so good too. Trader Joe's says we used to have really good sampling. Hey, Bradley J, it says TJ's has gluten-free products. I love gluten. I'll have yours. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if I have a gluten-free gluten problem or not. Trader Joe's has goodies. Yeah, lots of goodies. I don't eat goodies. I'm out of the habit of goodies. I don't even eat those so-called health bars. They taste so good. You know they're bad for you. They don't have sugar. They have sugar alcohol. Whatever. $3 Chuck. Yeah. At Trader Joe's for the win. Right. Now, what's that wine? Charles Grodin? Charles Shaw. Charles Laquadera. Now they have $4.99 wine that is absolutely fine. They actually have wine in a box. Got no problem with that. I don't have a great wine palate, but it's not terrible. And it has to be really a $20 bottle of wine before I notice the difference over the $12.99 for four bottles worth of wine in a box. Yep, wine in a box. Well, I'm not hearing much about the kid eating the grapes. Would you have said something? Would you ever say something to anyone? Hey, stop that, will you? Or would you complain? What I really want to do was just take a video and post it. But I'm chicken to do that. You know what? You could get in trouble. You could get in some sort of trouble for posting anything at all, no matter how legitimate. Somebody would be a troll and root for the other side. He's got every right to eat grapes. Leave him alone. He's probably hungry. Blah, blah, blah. Charles Laquadera loves that wine in a box. Yeah, Clara liked sampling. And so what else? Just a couple other things. One very small beef. Maybe just one other beef. And this is definitely a first world problem. You know what I hate? Red plastic playground equipment. So you got this nice green park. Beautiful. Beautiful wooden benches. Everything so sculpted and what do you call it? Landscaped. Sweet and green and flowers, and it smells so good, and it's natural beauty. The birds chirping, singing, lifting my spirits. And then over in the corner, I see, or not necessarily in the corner, some big, ugly, plastic red playground equipment. A big plastic red, cheap red slide. Red this, red that. It's a color that does not occur in nature. Red does occur, but not this red. Couldn't you at least have green? Couldn't you at least pay attention to not ruining the visual space? What you really should have is wooden playground equipment. And before you say, oh, the kids will get splinters, not necessarily true. Some places do have wood playground equipment. Could be natural wood, could be varnished wood with no splinters. Plastic in the whenever I see it the other day I walked by a park, beautiful park, and I'm thinking, guess what? There's going to be some horrific red plastic playground equipment. And there was. Actually, no, it wasn't red, it was green, which was better. It was some of it was blue and some of it was green, but red, forget it. There's no need for it. It's but ugly. Ariana Grande has videotaped tasting Ariana Grande was videoed. You can read it. She was on the news. Yes, I would love to see that. Yeah. Okay. I have to go actually right now to Trader Joe's. I have to get, this is what I get. Milk, because I put it on rolled oats. Just rolled oats like cereal. Organic rolled oats with milk. That's it. Does it taste good? Not really. Good. Then I don't eat much of it. Where's my list? Hot sauce, broccoli, peaches, milk, goat cheese. Now, I didn't used to like goat cheese because it smelled like goats, I thought. Have you ever had a goat? Did you ever smell a billy goat? Whew. And I thought goat cheese smelled like that. But I gradually got used to it. I'm trying to open my mind and my habits to change. And liking goat cheese was one of those things. Another thing was I like Lou Diamond Phillips now. Didn't used to like him because he was in one of those, the Brat Pack movies when he was a kid, when he was young. I just didn't like those kind of movies. And he, to me, represented those movies. But then I watched Longmire, which I love. And he's great in it. I love him. So I like goat cheese now. I like Lou Diamond Phillips now. What else is going to change for me? Oh, you know what would be a big change? Liking hot weather. Right now, every summer, actually, I try to pretend I like the heat. I try to embrace the summer, not run and hide from it. This year, the big move was to wear short sleeve shirts. I used to wear long sleeve white shirts before because I didn't want to put on sunblock because it was gooey. And now I go ahead and suck it up and put on the sunblock and wear the short sleeve shirt. I got 3 Calvin Klein t-shirts for $19. One gray, one black, and one white. I'm throwing the white one away. It doesn't look good. And maybe the big change for me will be to like summer. Wouldn't that be something? Right now, I hate it. Hate its guts. Clara went food shopping. She wouldn't have to shop in the upcoming days. Good. That's kind of why I'm going. See, Roxy says never. But what's that mean? Never what? Everyone needs to put a more complete sentence. All right, I guess I gotta go. Oh, the background. Lois said interesting background. I always like to share the backgrounds. This is a bar called Gedley and Verderb in the Wedding neighborhood in Berlin, Germany. And it's a pre-war. It survived the war. It survived the bombing when we bombed the heck out of Berlin, deservedly so. And it survived. And that's kind of why I went. I wanted to go to old bars like this. And I have a bunch of pictures of it. And it's Berlin. And there we go. Great to see you. Thank you. Oh, Rosemary would never like the heat. Oh, man, I know. Rosemary Huxley. That's a name, huh? No picture, though. Just a picture of a plant. That's sad, Rosemary. Just take a picture of you. Or a picture of somebody that I can pretend to you. But a plant? A plant. Is that a plant? It must be a special plant. Is it a Robert plant? Oh, God, that was terrible. Clara said, hello to Shannon and the kids. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, I'll remind you, there are now 3 YouTube channels. I've been posting like mad to the Bradley J Travel channel. I've been posting Eastern European photos. There's videos. There's one of the Kaleti train station in Budapest. That's Bradley J Travel. If you subscribe, it's free. And you click on the bell, you'll get notified of new posts. There'll be one most days. Then there's Bradley J's Boston. That's where I post interviews with stuff to do about Boston, videos relating to Boston. There's the USS Constitution video where we went on the ship and talked to the commander. Upcoming is there going to be a video on Boston community boating. I've been learning to sail. And then there's Bradley J Personal, where I put family stuff and stuff that doesn't fit into the other 2 things. Johnny Graham, when you going to backdrop your suite in Marrakesh? Oh, yeah, okay. I can do that. Yeah. I love doing that. I'll get on it right after I hang up here and maybe it'll be ready for tomorrow. Actually, I got to go to Trader Joe's right now. Hope I remember. Okay. Do me a favor, a personal favor, and subscribe to those YouTube channels. Thanks for now. And bye, John. Thanks for jumping on. It's a lemon tree, by the way. The lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet. But the fruit of the poor lemon, as you know, is impossible to eat.